Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Brad.
And the big killer Con.
Back for another episode of Hotdog Handshake. And today, our first guest.
He's a little worse for wear.
He's not doing great today, I'm sorry. But Rob Boris is our new #1 contender for the League of Lions Championship. Rob, why don't you walk me through what happened tonight? If you can.
My memory's a little fuzzy. My head's still banging. The last thing I remember is I was shaking hands with my friend Chris Grimes, thinking back of all the good times we had as Cutthroat Criminals. I don't know what happened. I just felt something in the back of my head.
Well, I got to watch the whole thing from my point of view as he called the match with me and then stepped down as soon as you won the match, gave you a handshake and a hug, not a hot dog and a handshake, of course, but then elbowed you in the back of the head and then continued to beat you down until you can't remember the track. However, you got a little bit of time to get back in shape. Tell us your thoughts about going one-on-one for the League of Lions Championship.
What? Do it. He told me you're supposed to be my friend. I told him I am your friend. Because I am Chris Grimes' friend. I was his friend. We're supposed to have each other's backs. We're supposed to be joyful and gracious and thrilled whenever the other one gets success. And that's what he had. Because he's had the biggest success of this whole company. He's the League of Lions champion. And he can't be happy for me that I'm the #1 contender. I loved him. I loved him like a brother. And that's what he does to me. He crushes my skull on a belt. And he leaves me there in the middle of the ring, broken. And also my heart broken. Chris, it's been a long time coming. If you were going to stab me in the back this whole time, you might as well have done it whenever we first met. I loved you, Chris. And tonight, you broke that love. February, I'm coming for the one thing that's gonna make your heart break. And that's your League of Lions championship. You give him that message, you tell him that, and you let him know I will see him on February, and I will make sure that his brain, his skull, is just as cracked as mine is.
No handshake and hot dog for this guy. This guy's had enough on his plate.
I mean, his best friend stabbed him in the back. What a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I mean, it's Chris Grimes, what do you expect? But on to our next guest. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for the next part of Hot Dogs and a Handshake. I'm your boy Brad.
Big killer Con coming at you.
And we've got our next guest, Devin Wilson.
Yo, what's up? Hey, where's my handshake?
All right.
Where my hot dog at though?
Door was a little light, brother. We're going to skip out this week, but I'll get you back next week. Oh, no joke. Tonight, you had yourself a little bit of a tough time in your digital media championship rematch against Dax Sam. Tell me what's going through your mind right now.
Anger?
Okay, valid.
Not really confusion, but I'm not surprised because Mayhem Mafia. If you know anything about them, know they run in packs. It's never one-on-one. It's always 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 or 8-on-1 or however many they got at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
I've had a history with them forever. So I know their moves, I know their tactics. But I thought with the new formation, I'll be able to at least handle things man to man instead of man to snake.
You're running a 1v4 at any time, right?
Also,
yeah, and he led us into a false sense of security because it came out by itself.
yeah,
And that's what you think you're going to have a fair match. And then
yeah.
So what is next for Devin Wilson?
I'm gonna continue to take back what's mine. I never lost it, so I'm gonna take back what I deserve. And if I gotta go through all 4 of them, I'll gladly do it.
Sounds to me like the Mayhem Mafia is gaining some enemies around here, which I think is a great thing.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing. eventually, isn't it?
I mean,
Eventually, those odds gonna work against them, right?
Mayhem Mafia propaganda right here on
We're
Hot Dogs
spreading
and
it.
Handshake.
I'm still waiting for my hot dog.
I told you next week, brother. I got
next
you.
week we got you. Next week we got you.
Promise.
We're gonna order more.
Okay.
But let's get the handshake out of the way.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right, bro.
All right,
Take it easy
man.
out
Y'all
there.
too. Thank
All
y'all for
right.
having me.
I am joined by the former tag team champions, the Buddy System. Now, guys, tell me what happened tonight. Tonight you went one-on-one and against Michael Cross.
I got kicked in the nuts tonight. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can do. I still have stomach pain. I got kicked in the testicles, so I'm not in a good mood right now. I'm probably just gonna let CT do the talking tonight
I mean, you had the match tonight, man. It's why you want me to do the talking. I mean,
because I got kicked in the nuts. CT Jones.
Okay, but I mean, just
And you lost the match. I'm not trying to stir up anything, but you lost the match.
Last
because
time I
of
checked,
CT.
it was against.
Wait,
Howard.
Wait. He was trying to stop him from getting hit in the head with a pair of brass.
yeah, I grabbed the brass knuckles, man. I tried
I
to save you,
appreciate
man.
that, but where were you when he kicked me in the nuts?
I was getting the brass knuckles away from him, man. That's what I was trying to do. I was watching out for you. I couldn't take care
I
of that.
kind of wanted to have more kids, maybe someday.
Wow.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
So there's a bit of a confusion going on online. Is there a bit of either some rift or miscommunication going on with the Buddy System lately?
Don't believe the tabloids.
Yeah, it's
Fake news.
Fake news.
nothing like that. I mean, look, you know, any friendship, any relationship, nothing's ever perfect. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be stuff where everything's fine. It's all good.
It's all fine.
All fine. It's all fine.
everything
Debunked.
fine.
All fine.
Oh, it's completely debunked. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Buddy.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all buddy. Right?
So, sorry about what happened to you boys,
Yeah,
but
it's-
I wish I could make it better with
You got,
a.
you got any ice or anything?
I don't have ice, and unfortunately tonight I also don't have hot.
I feel like we sold out everything.
But we've lost.
Hey, it's
one
okay.
buddy.
We're gonna go to Waffle House. It's okay. Hey, come back.
Look forward to that hot dog. I wanted the hot dog.
Well, it looks like we are out on Buddy System hot dog and handshakes because we still had handshakes to give, and also coupons for more hot dogs next week. But Con, what do you think about the rift? The debunked rift.
Is it the bumped rip?
There's
It's
no
fake
rift.
news. It's
Apparently, there's no rifts.
fake news. Huh?
Fake news.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll talk about more of that later.
Yep.
We are coming with a big recap off of Point Break. And
Dude.
might I add, what a show we just had.
It was insane tonight, guys.
Kicking things off, we had the contract signing where things got a little bit
A
personal.
little bit personal. They said real names.
We got real names, real relationships. We got deeply personal.
It was bad.
The numbers games may have caught up with Keelan Sunrise, but he ultimately got what he wanted.
Yeah.
We have a match signed for the Wrestling Classic months in advance, a Voodoo Death Match.
That's an understatement, man. This match, attempted murder, 5 cop cars, ambulances. The fire department came. Caution tape around the building. It was a crime scene.
You're gonna have to dig back in the cavalcades of D-Rock's gym and try to find this match.
2012.
It was, ooh.
It was a bloodbath, man.
It literally was. You probably should not bring your kids to this, but
Yeah.
you know, if you're cool.
That's a cool parent.
First match of the show, we had Michael Cross versus Danny Burrows, and I think they're out of the building now. We can talk about.
There's a rift.
So I'd hate to say it, and I don't want to be the face of the person who's spreading this rumor, but it is everywhere on the League of Lions socials. We hear fans talking about, are they still clicking? Are they still friends? Now, they just came on our own show
Is it still
and said
buddy?
they're still buddy. They
Yeah,
said it from their own mouth. They're still good, but
Yeah.
the eyes.
No, they said
eyes.
they said it's fine. And if we have any inkling of a problem, use the word "it's fine." Something ain't right, man.
I mean, you ever been married?
Yeah, if I say my marriage is fine, I'm probably going to get a divorce.
No, if she says, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm fine. No,
Oh, no. Oh,
no, that's
no.
always a bad sign. Okay, Michael Cross defeats Danny Burrows with a big kick to the nuts.
a huge kick to the nuts. And Danny was still
He was singing
in pain about it.
soprano. Devin Wilson versus Dak Xander in his Digital Media Championship rematch. Dak Xander comes out to the ring by himself, did not end the match as
Yeah,
such.
he led us into a false sense of security.
Which is a great match.
Yeah,
I mean,
great match.
But the Mayhem Mafia always travels in troops because they're a bunch of monkeys.
God.
And,
They just have a plan. It's very strategic over here, right?
Their plan is just poo smeared on the wall
Well,
with pixels and O's.
You said they like the Chiefs. They cheat, but they always win.
They're the Kansas City Chiefs of professional wrestling. They win, they cheat. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's the best thing going.
It literally sucks so hard. The Step Brothers versus Sons of Plunder. Speaking of pause,
Man,
the Sons of Plunder are on a hot streak.
there's a whole level of aggression that they have now that they did not have before, and I gotta give it all props to Valkyrie.
Valkyrie has had a hand in it, but I always thought the Sons of Plunder had it in them. But this new mean streak is otherworldly.
She unlocked it, bro.
I'm telling you. And the Step Bros, I had a big step back.
Yeah, they
tonight.
beat the hell out of the Step Bros.
But
man. It
during
was
and
awkward.
after the match.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Yeah. Eli Daniels versus Aaron Storm, and while this match had its ups and downs with the Scooby-Doo,
We went through a whole ass Scooby-Doo universe in this match. It was crazy. There was
referees coming out in wrestlers' trunks, mass hysteria, dogs living with cats. But then, the way it all summed up, Aaron Storm thought he had this match won. Keelik Sunrises at ringside cost him the match, and Eli Daniels picking up his first huge win.
the crowd went crazy, guys. It was
Oh my
it
gosh.
was insane.
They cannot wait for these two to get their hands on each other.
Oh, I can't wait.
Shout out to Eli Daniels. TD Shepard versus Ethan Daniel for the Lionheart Championship.
This was blindsiding. This I had,
We all had TD Shepard picked in this match.
but the end of it was jaw dropping.
Like Ethan Daniel had him pinned in the middle of the ring, clean as a sheet.
My guy scouted him, countered his finisher, and beat him clean.
The sky high with knees to the face. It was a thing. This guy, Ethan Daniel, was rated the best wrestler of 2024 by his peers. If he keeps this up, he might be wearing 2 belts.
Hey, he does a scout job, and it showed tonight.
Next, we had Rob Boris versus Aaron Rydell for the #1 contendership. And that was interesting because we had old Dusty Cutthroat Grimes in the booth with me.
I had to take a call. The commissioner needed to talk some business with me, but
I'm glad you did. The whole booth smelled like raid when he got up there.
Are you implying this man has roaches in his house?
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
I just feel like he has water bugs.
Just roaches, water bugs?
Yes.
My man, come on.
So, the way this match ended, Rob Boris pulled out the stunning win against Debo.
Did not
And
pick him.
Chris Grimes comes down and greets his only friend in the locker room with a handshake and a hug, and then beats him when he wasn't looking, crushing his face with a title belt.
Beats him is an understatement. He mauled him like a small grizzly bear.
And for the main event of the match, or for the show, Point Break, we had Jeremy and Chris Preston versus Sean Cordova and Corey Summers. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm going to have you guys watch it because it was indeed a classic.
They, from pillar to post, tied to each other. There was doomsday devices built. There was people that weren't tied to each other fighting.
Let's not forget about the ending of this match, where Chris Preston pile drove Sean Cordova's head through a steel chair, which I got physically sick when seeing.
Did you see the chair was literally, it went from this to this.
With a skull.
Insane. It was...
You're going to have to go back and watch it. This was Point Break. I've been Brad.
I've been the big killer.
And we will see you next month.
All right.